is your Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So today we're going to take a look here at some bank stocks. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Citibank. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy any stock about ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Goldman Sachs. Now you can see the nice run that we had here since April. Really nice. So let's just take a look at the charts. Now, again, we got to this overbought condition. We came on down, but now we're kind of holding right back here above this 8-day, which is key. Okay, on a closing basis, we want to hold at 854. Your next level is going to be right down here at 792.34. Then we look to the bottom of that candle, 782.01. And then we look here, 774.37. That's going to be very key. You have to respect it because how many times has it held there nice in the past? Now, if it's lost, we have that 50-day right there at 746.57. Then we come down 721.16. That's the retest. Then we'll come down to the bottom of that candle, 705 level. And then we'll come down here at that 694.05 level. That's going to be your downside action. Now, upside, you can see here where we spiked up higher here today at 809.50. And what we're looking for is the top of that candle at 812. 84. That's going to be your next resistance level. But we're always look to the left of the chart here. You got 809.66 and we had 809.50 level. Okay, so this is what we're looking for right now. And then we can blast up to there to that 812.84 level, and then we have this 825.25 level. Now you can see here we had this topping tail on this candle. Now to negate that topping tail, you have to close back above it, and then we can head for that 850 and work yourself all the way up to 900. Now we're sitting here. We're still only at 66 here. This is looking not too bad. The green is still over your red, so we have a sideways action. So we're going to see how this is all going to shake out, and if there's a government closure, how it's going to affect the banks and all this going forward kind of a situation, and interest rate cuts. Everything always affects the old banks. Okay, so for today, just watch that 800, that 8-day. That's going to be very key. We lose it, we have support there, but realistically, your big target 774. You lose that, your big target 746. Upside, you got to close above that 825.25. You do that, and then we can just take that bad boy higher. Okay, let's take a look here now at JP Morgan. Okay, two of my favorite banks here, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. I'm long both of these, okay? I also trade them, but not as much as just holding long. I think this is going to go higher. Okay, so you can see here how we came down. We're holding this 8-day very nicely. See how nice that is? She's a Butte Clark. So we're watching on the downside is at 313.43. We lose that. We'll come to the bottom of that candle right there at that 311.80. We'll come to the bottom of this candle here at that 309.12 level. And then we'll be looking right here for this 306.15 level. We lose that. Come down to that 50-day at 298.81. And then we'll come down to the retest 290.144 level. And then we come down here to the bottom here, 287. Come down to there, we have 284 level, and we come all the way down to the bottom of that candle at 284.24. Okay, now, but again, this is looking very good. Nice stair step. Now you can see here, you're not really overbought. You just shows that it's got just massive strength. Same way here with the MACD. So this looks like it just wants to go higher. Now you can see where we spiked up today, the 317.33. So far we couldn't hold it. So we're looking to close above that 316.58 level. That's going to be very key. Then you can hit that 317. Then you have to work your way up to that 325, 350. Work yourself all the way up to that 400 level here. But right now, just watch that 8-day. As long as that 8-day is holding, which obviously it has, okay, this is good. This is going to be sideways to up action, like I say all the time, above that 8-day. If not, we go to the catch-all 21, and then we have your 50-day right there below it. But right now, just watch that price channel. Don't worry about that 317 level. Just watch on a closing basis, this 316.58. You close above that, then she rocks higher. Okay, let's take a look here at Wells Fargo. All right, here we have Wells. Now this is also very good. That's very strong. You can see how we had this nice bottom, oversold condition, a nice good rally right on up here, and we're holding that nice 8-day again. So again, as long as we're holding that 8-day, we have sideways to up action. Now we had a little bit of topping tail going on there today at 85.64 level. So what we're really looking for next is we're looking for the top of this candle here, 85.28. Then we can go here to today's high, that 85.64. But realistically, you're looking at that 86.66 level there. We crack above that, then we're going to head for that 90, and you're going to head right for that 100 mark. Okay. Now this isn't what you call a real fast mover, but it's a good slow gainer. Okay. Now on the downside, this 8 day is everything. 84.17, that's going to be key. We lose that to come down to 83.56 level, and then we can come always here to the left of the chart, 83.13, and then we come down here to that 82.21, and then we have your 50-day sitting right there at 80.82, and then we have your 100-day, and then obviously your retest of 78.56. But right now, the price is above all your simple moving average. This looks like it just wants to go higher, kind of a situation. Now, if we can crack above and close above that 86 level, that's the key. You got to close above it. You can't just punch up higher. You got to close above it. But all these banks here looking very, very strong kind of a situation. Okay, see how nice and strong that looks? You're holding that 8 day. And so as long as we're holding that 8 day, sideways to up kind of an action. Okay, now we're looking here at your RSI, where your RSI here is very, very strong situation. It didn't get to an overbought. A lot of times when you get to that overbought, it wants to sell right down the same way we got overbought there. It wants to sell down. But right now we're just looking very, very nice here. And the same way your green is over your red, and you got room to run. You're only at 64. The key is going to be a close above that 86 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bank of America. All right, here we have Bank of America, and I can see these charts all pretty much look the same, okay? So now when we look at this key right here, this 8 day, okay? 51.89, that's going to be very, very key. That is your 8 day. We lose that, and come right to the bottom of that candle at 51.44, and then we got your 50.94. That's your 21 SMA. Now we start losing that. Well, we come down to the bottom here at what we got there. We got, let's see. 50.21 level, okay? Then we come down to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 49.46, and then we're going to run to that 49 flat, which is your 50-day. And then we start losing that. We just bring these price channels here right across. Okay, what do you got? You got 47.81. We bring this bad boy here right across. What do you got? Is we got 46.79, and then we have your 100 SMA here, and we have your 200 SMA here, sitting all the way down here at 45.08. But right now, as long as we're above that 8 day, we're looking very, very nice. Now, the key to this whole situation is this 52.88. Okay, you have to close above that. Once you close above that, then you're going to go. This isn't like a real fast mover, so you probably head for that 55 area, then work your way to 60, and then over time you can work yourself up to that 70 level, that 100 level. But again, this is not a fast mover. When you look at this whole chart here, it's like a slow mover. So we got as low here, all the way down here at 33.07, and we had a nice rally up to the 52. Now, you look at Goldman Sachs, that probably double or triple that, same way with JP Morgan. But again, if you're into this bank, just watch that 52.88. That's going to be very key. And then watch that 8 day on the downside, 51.89. We lose it. You got your 21 day, and we got your 50 SMA here. Okay, now let's take a look here now at Citibank. Okay, here we have Citibank. It's the same scenario. Okay, let's look at this. See, now we're back here above that key 8 SMA. So on the downside, watch that 102.57. That's going to be key. And if we lose it, we'll come to the bottom here, 101.62, and then we'll come to the bottom there at 115, and then we have your 99.30 level. And respect that, because look how nice that has been holding that 21 day. We lose it, then we have your 50 day right there at 96.25, and then we have 92.96 level. Then we just bring the price channel across. What do you got? You got a 90.68 level, and then we come right down here. We got 89.68, and then we come down to the retest at that 87.94. But again, as long as we're above this 8 day and this 21 day, we got sideways to up kind of an action. Now, upside here, you want to watch, obviously, today's high, 104.32, but the key level is this 105.59. Now, again, this is the same way as the Wells Fargo, you know what I'm saying, in the Bank of America. These are slow kind of a mover. So if you crack that 105, just look for next level of probably looking for that 110 level. And then you can work your way up to 115, then 120, 125 level. But don't look for it to go from 105 to 150. That's just not going to happen, okay? So again, on the downside, just watch that 8 day. Okay, we lose it. You got the 21 day, we have the 50 day, then we have your retest. Upside, 105.59, that's going to be the key. We crack above it, then we'd be looking for that 110 area. Now, you can see we got to a little bit of overbought condition, came right on down. Now we're sitting here at that 69 level. So we're sitting here right, really, really good. You can just see how nice and strong this is. The green is still over your red. That shows good momentum. So again, we just have a nice, good uptrending chart, as in all of these banks. All right, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here at the pit close. We'll take a look here at Bitcoin, Ethereum, ETF, ETHU, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and the indexes, which are now nice and green. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.